ici. Dégage le bouclier, putain. Maman, putain de bâtard de terroriste, enculé de vos mères la chienne. Enculé de vos mères la sale chienne.
Éloignez-vous, madame. Éloignez-vous, madame, éloignez-vous. Éloignez-vous. Oh merde. Oh merde. C'est dingue.
Paris. Je suis bien ici. Restez à terre.
Ausnahmezustand hier am Bahnhof. Was ist jetzt? Fuck you! Yes, yes! Give me.
Jack, you right, Jack? Jack, you right? You right?
Come, Tasa, come! Tasa! Băi, atac terorist aici! Nebuni ăștia! Băi, fraților, am pușcat oameni, uitați! Uitați, fraților! Am ieșit afară, am dat încă! Uite, fiu pic! Tasa, come, Tasa!
Take it with me!
Yeah, take this! Take this, yes! What give grenade? Yeah, yes, come! Fucking hell! Crazy!
Blood. That's a lot of blood, mate. Nothing to worry about, mate. It looks like
Tasa! Just give grenade, yeah? It's not have nothing, yeah? Yeah, look! Just give one basket in the cup. I-am dat un basket în cap la un terorist de ăla. I-am dat cu basket în cap. One basket. Ferească Dumnezeu ce aici, frate. Băi, Florin, i-am dat un basket de ăla în cap de la înzăpăcit. Ține asta. Ține asta. Du-și mai du-mi un basket. O aruncat grenadă, ia vezi, uite. Aici, singe. O grenadă. Băi, ce cuțit eu băgat la unul. Băi, Doamne. Doamne, eram filmat, cred. Ce cuțit eu băgat în el în gât. It's three. It's three people, no? Three. No, three, it's three. What attack in the police?
There's only two there.
L-a tăiat.
One is somewhere here. One is somewhere here.
Băi, du și adu un basket, adu ceva de dur. Adu aia, bâta aia.
Guys, be careful. Two already done, but one is down there.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's in the here.
Somewhere here.
Inside in this restaurant and the bakery. No problem. Băi, du-și adu parul ăla care e sub masă la mine. Am eu unul de la, de lemn. Adu. Florin, uite păcălețul ăla tare de sub masă. Alb. Du-și-l adu încoa. Yeah, look! Look! Oameni buni, ferească Dumnezeu ce aici. Doi teroriști de ăștia taie lumea pe stradă. Uitați-o leacă ce aici, cu ce-o omorât, fraților. Eram la muncă. Uitați-vă un pic ce-a făcut la om. Uitați ce-a făcut. Uite oameni, frate. Uitați. Oh. Iată asta. Yeah, sorry.
Everyday heroes.
London Muslim terrorist filmed by many, but only 2 people actually tried to stop him. What would you do if you saw a crazed-looking man with a bloody knife lunging at people while screaming something about Syria? Most people understandably ran away. A good many others pulled out their phones and started filming. Very few, however, actually tried to do something to help. 29-year-old Muhaddin Mire entered East London's Leytonstone metro station at about 7 p.m. Saturday and punched a 56-year-old man carrying a guitar to the ground. Mira then leapt onto the man and, using a box cutter or craft knife, began cutting the guitarist's neck in what may have been an attempt to behead the victim. Leaving his first victim seriously wounded, the terrorist lunged at other commuters. 2 brave men then attempted to distract and corner the attacker. One of the men was not named, but the other is Leytonstone resident David Pethers. Pethers says he saw kids in the metro station and decided he had to try to take the suspect down. Pethers, 33, then reportedly tried to tackle the knifeman, trading punches with the terrorist suspect until police arrived. It was only later Pethers realized his own neck had been slashed. It took 2 taser hits before the suspect dropped his knife and was arrested. The 56-year-old guitarist was taken to hospital, but his wounds are not believed to be life-threatening. Pethers' cut did not require medical attention, but his temper required some calming. Pethers says he became furious after people approached him following the incident saying, "Good job, and we got it all on film." "Are you crazy?" Pethers says he told the cameraman. "You stood there filming and did nothing?" What do you think? Should more people have tried to help subdue the knife-wielding terrorist? Or is that asking too much? Would you have filmed or helped?
Quick, Corey. Which way? Come on. Corey needs to get round. Corey, get round this way. Come on. Come on. Corey. Come on, lad.
Because people hear a bang and then they panic. Yeah, but running in one direction doesn't make any sense.
Is just people overreacting, or?
Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking it too. Well, if you're going to die, you might as well die out in the grande. That's why she was saying bye.
Let's talk to Andy Holy, I think who's on the line. Andy, hello to you. I think you were waiting for your a couple of family members who were actually at the concert?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't go to the concert, my wife and daughter did, so I was waiting up at the first set of white doors. As I was waiting, an explosion went off and it threw me through the first set of doors, about 30 foot to the next set of doors. When I got up and looked round, there was about 30 people scattered everywhere. Some of them looked dead, might have been unconscious, but there was a lot of fatalities. So my first thing was to run in the stadium, try and find my wife and daughter. When I couldn't find them, I went back out, and with the police and the fire and ambulance, whoever was there, I looked at some of the bodies, trying to find my family. But luckily, they weren't there. Managed to find them outside the arena and got them back to the hotel we're in. But I phoned up because so many reports coming in that it was like a balloon and things not happening as it was. It was definitely an explosion, and there's definitely a lot of fatalities.
Right. I mean, we're actually looking at the police statement from Greater Manchester Police confirming a lot of what people have been saying. A number of fatalities have occurred as a result of this. A number of other people have been injured as well, and people are being told to avoid the area. This explosion, a lot of force then, it actually blew you off your feet.
Well, I'd been talking to one of the arena girls in a yellow coat while I was waiting for my family to come out. And me and her got through the doors towards the wall where they go in. And she got up, she was all right, and then I got up, looked around, and then it was some force. I mean, my ears are still ringing now, so I might be talking a bit loud. But it was the whole building.
German Iranian national yelled Allahu Akbar before slaughtering children at a McDonald's in Munich. The terrifying video you see here shows a German Iranian opening fire on several victims outside a McDonald's in Munich on Friday. The 18-year-old gunman killed 9 people and wounded 21 others. Police say the shooting rampage ended when the gunman, seen here, turned his weapon on himself. They believe the gunman may have used a fake Facebook advert promising free food at this McDonald's on Hanover Street to lure his victims. A witness told CNN the gunman loaded his weapon inside the men's room. Another witness said the gunman shouted "Allahu Akbar" before opening fire on his victims, many of whom were children. The gunman emerged from McDonald's and shot several more victims on the street. Their bodies littered the street as panic gripped the busy shopping district. The gunman crossed the street and headed toward Olympia shopping mall. He was seen on a nearby roof parking garage firing his weapon. Police later found him dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Although investigators are unaware of any terrorism links at this time, ISIS supporters took to Twitter to celebrate the attacks.
C'est quoi ça?
Le centre de preuve.
C'est quoi
Allez,
ça?
délinquant! Aidez ma mère, s'il vous plaît!
C'est quoi ça?
Migrant murders woman with machete. One woman was killed and 2 others were injured by a machete-wielding man in southwest Germany on Sunday. The incident is the latest in a series of deadly civilian attacks in the country, coming just 2 days after a mass shooting in Munich. A Syrian refugee in the German city of Reutling was seen arguing with a female co-worker before attacking her with a machete. The 45-year-old Polish victim was critically injured and later died on the scene. The man rampaged through the street with his weapon, injuring one woman by smashing her car windshield and slashing another in the face. A driver spotted the attacker and hit him with his BMW. The man was knocked to the ground and later arrested. Authorities say the attack was not terror-related and may instead have been a crime of passion. The 21-year-old attacker had previously committed violent acts and was already known to police.
Shot him, bloke was running with a knife. They shot him. The police was trying to get him, he come running down there. They're getting on with something.
We think an attempt for an attack or something because they shot. Look, the police is putting everything down. See? That's not normal.
A British soldier was killed in what officials are calling a terrorist murder attack that took place in London on Wednesday. The two attackers targeted a soldier who was standing by the Royal Artillery Barracks in Woolwich, southeast London. The attackers sped down Artillery Place in a blue car, jumped the pavement and pinned the soldier against a street sign. The attackers then began attacking the soldier with a meat cleaver and knives. Shortly after, they dragged the soldier's body into the middle of the street and would only allow women who were passing by to help him. In the 20 minutes it took police to arrive, the attackers paced up and down the street and spoke to witnesses who confronted them.
And in Surah At-Tawbah, through many ayat throughout the Quran, that we must fight them as they fight us. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I apologize that women had to witness this today, but in our lands, our women have to see the same. You people will never be safe. Remove your governments, they don't care about you.
When police finally arrived, the attackers rushed the officers, with one of them pulling out a gun. One police officer fired her weapon, and 6 shots were heard. The two attackers were gunned down, but neither were killed. They were sent to separate hospitals and are being supervised by armed guards. Officials say the men's British accents suggest that they are homegrown terrorists, but ask the public not to speculate.
There will continue to be a police presence in this area tonight and in surrounding areas, and this presence will continue as long as it is necessary.
Members of the community have been leaving flowers at the site of the attack, offering their condolences for the tragic passing of the young soldier.
I'm James Vallis. A man has been shot by police after attacking tens of people inside a passenger train near the city of Würzburg in the German state of Bavaria, that according to local media. As many as 21 people have been injured. The incident happened late on Monday evening when the man, who was not immediately identified, began attacking people with an axe on a passenger train. Local radio reporting that at least 21 people were injured in the attack before the suspect was shot by police. Some of those injured were said to have been seriously injured, but specific details were not immediately known. There was also no word on the condition of the suspect. There was also no immediate word on the possible motive for the axe attack. We're continuing to gather more information and we'll bring it to you at bnonews.com. Also, you can follow us over on Twitter at BNO News for breaking news as it happens.
This is a glimpse into the nightmare. Shaky video apparently taken at the beginning of the hostages' 3-day ordeal. At this point, the terrorists were still putting together their homemade bombs and stringing cables from the basketball hoops with more explosives. At one end of the gym, a terrorist shows the hostages his foot on a book rigged as a switch to detonate the bomb. There are only the briefest shots of hundreds of hostages cowering on the floor, children, families, grandmothers, some with their hands over their heads. A woman walks past the door holding an infant and a baby bottle. A group of men is off to the side, facing the wall. A voice off camera, apparently one of the hostage takers, says, "Wait, don't bring the children in here yet, wait until everyone gets out." It's not clear what he's referring to, but the hostages are moving around, and witnesses say the children were allowed to go to the bathroom 5 at a time, picking their way through the wires and ducking under the bombs. In a doorway on the far side of the room, the shadowy form of a woman terrorist, dressed in black, her pistol cocked, the wires from her explosive belt clearly visible. One detail the unknown cameraman made a point of showing, a trail of blood running the length of the floor. Eyewitnesses say one man was killed in front of them and dragged away. At one point, another conversation is audible, possibly a voice speaking into a phone, saying in Arabic, "For the sake of God and God willing." The Russians had claimed some of the hostage takers were Arabs, but these phrases are used by Muslims all over the world. NTV won't reveal how it got the pictures, and we don't know why they were made. But the grainy images capture a terrible moment. A room densely packed with people still praying for their lives, prayers which for so many were in vain. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, Moscow.
Armed and willing to die for their cause. The first pictures of the Chechens who are threatening to kill hundreds of their hostages. The Russian television station NTV was allowed into the Moscow theater seized by the Chechens, given a chilling view of a terrifying world. Women members of the group are shown with what are said to be bags full of explosive around their waists. Walking bombs. They say they'll blow the theater up if Russia refuses to negotiate an end to the war in Chechnya. Many of the gunmen wear masks. Only their leader, Movsar Barayev, dares to reveal his face. The hostages look tired and terrified. They've no idea how or when their nightmare will end. They've written a letter to Russia's President Putin asking him to listen to the Chechens' demand. Hundreds of lives, including those of British and other foreign hostages, could depend on the answer. People who've been allowed inside the theater give the impression that the Chechens are calm and organized.
There are many, many sick people. Some have problems with their eyes, some have a cough, some have a running nose. Some just need tranquilizers. Some need something for hypertension. But on the whole, the situation is calm.
Outside, the authorities sit and wait, unsure what to do. A premature move would trigger a bloodbath. British counter-terrorism experts will arrive today to offer advice, but Russia has difficult decisions to make.
Truck crashes into Berlin Christmas market. At least 9 people were killed and 50 others injured when a truck plowed into a crowded Christmas market in Germany on Monday night. The truck was loaded with steel beams. It was registered to a company in Poland, from where it traveled to Berlin on Monday afternoon. The truck plowed into a popular Christmas market outside Berlin's Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church late on Monday night. The truck jumped the sidewalk and crashed through several market stalls before coming to a stop. A passenger was found dead inside the truck. The driver allegedly fled the scene. Police made an arrest near the Christmas market, but it's not yet confirmed whether the man was the driver. German police believe the incident was an attack. It highly resembles the July terror attack in Nice, France, when an Islamist extremist deliberately drove a 19-ton truck onto the city's promenade and killed 86 people. See a story that really should be animated? Suggest stories to Tomo News now.
was stopped there.
He rammed him. He rammed him.
What's that girl doing? She's running. She's running. Them are running. Look. Look at them running, kids. Oh my! That's what I seen. A bit of that.
Wow, Miriam, that would give me fucking heart attack.
Yeah, but
I'm
my
not
heart got a
strong
bit
anymore.
funny. No, I'm the same. Oh my God.
That could have been our kids. That's what frightens me.
Oh my God, that's a big machete he's got there.
He should be done for that.
Look, he's gun rumped him, but he's not going to hit him with it, man.
He's frightened to use it, but if
You kill someone?
If he got whacked with it or with something, he would have used it.
And he's got another machete. This guy here, man, with the white tracksuit on.
Yeah,
Two of them had big machetes.
And he's got a big hammer.
You know why? And he's...
Covered his face.
Mum, I didn't look at him.
That's what I seen. Bits of that. And then that's when I found.
You look at these boys and they look like a reeb, and I get so frightened.
That's the age now, auntie.
No, but it frightens me. I'm so glad Danny's not here.
Look.
Oh man, like
DJ 54 XE. Get all the number plates.
He's looking back. But it's like, mind my own business. That's not me and you. We're little.
If I saw that, I would have said leave him alone, and I would have probably got one as well.
Yeah, I'm like that as well. That's why.
They're all gonna screw now when they
I
know
was
that.
banging on the window. That's what made some of them go bang, bang, bang. Go, go.
That was one car which drove off. That car's probably
You
with
remember
it
them
as well.
coming out? I was
Alter, 7 Leute, paar auf Boden, paar, das war Stockbett.
Lass ihn reden.
Das war Stockbett. Und wir waren, 3 Leute waren oben, Agim war unten, Agim hat Licht ausgemacht, hat die gefickt und dann hat er entjungfert, die war Jungfrau, fickt euch das mal. Jungfrau, Alter. Und wir waren noch 6 Leute oben auf Bett, Alter. Und der krack, weißt du. Und wir, Alter, oben, gehen runter, weißt du, zuerst hat sie sich gewehrt und so, und dann rüsten mir Beine, klack, Alter, eine packt Bein da, eine da, und dann, Alter, Ina, alle durch die Reihe, Jungfrau, Alter, kaputt gemacht, Alter, ich schwör's dir, die hat danach geweint, die konnten nicht mehr, wir wie Schweine haben die angespuckt, und mir voll der Bastard noch blühen und so, weißt du, richtig dreckig, weißt du, richtig Metzler.
Und da hast du ihn ausgefickt, ne?
Ja, wir haben, das war eine Jungfrau, wir haben die zu 7 kaputt gemacht.
Arsch nicht gefickt.
Arsch nicht.
Three teenagers are under arrest, accused of beating a homeless man in Hoboken to his death.
And police believe the teens were playing a sick game.
Knockout is a game that a lot of our teenagers play, just where they dare one of the guys to just randomly choose anybody walking down the street.
Investigators say the teens, all from Jersey City, seen here on surveillance video shortly after the assault, were allegedly playing knockout.
Oh, damn! My man got slammed! James, the one-hitter quitter!
It's called a one-hitter quitter. You try to hit with one swing and knock them completely out.
What is knockout?
The game knockout is like when people board it, like they try to see where their hands goes at, and whoever comes walking down the block or something, they just knock them out.
You just knock them out, you hit them with a blow, and you take their belongings.
Knockout is like when you just punch somebody and they go to sleep when you hit them.
What you are about to see is a violent, deliberate, startling attack. Watch. Lying with his face on the curb on Tito Way is 50-year-old Kappa teacher James Adelsberger, walking away from the attack, seeming to joke and celebrate our 5 teenagers.
What's the point?
Like, for the fun of it, like for little kids to run around, hit people, and knock them out. Even though they shouldn't be doing it, but people do it.
You can see the teacher was walking, briefcase in hand, and with no fear as he moves toward the group of boys. Watch as one of them crosses in front of the others and violently attacks Adelsberger. He falls to the ground, slamming his head on the curb, unable to even use his hands to catch his fall.
I may hit them.
Why?
Cause they think it's funny.
They think it's funny, like...
They think it's amusing. That's what they think.
It's just more like picking a target that is alone, defenseless. They just go, boom, when it's the right time and the right place.
It's not anger, it's...
Nah. It just sound when people bored, like. It just sound like you just can't be around the wrong crowd, because the wrong crowd, they'll gas them up the door. They just want to see if you got enough strength to knock somebody out.
It could be anybody. It could be a mother with her children. It could be a guy. I know one time they got the UPS guy.
Well, what's the point? I mean, really, is it just a macho thing of kids?
It's a macho thing.
Onlara cezamız olsun. Biz böyle bir bayrak tanımıyoruz. Bizim şanlı şerefli bayrağımız Türk bayrağı. Yak baba yak Avrupa'ya yak Avrupa yanıyor Avrupa. Bu paçavrayı bayrak olarak tanımıyoruz. Yak abi yak şunu abi yak şunu. Çekin abi çekin. Avrupa yanıyor Avrupa yanıyor Avrupa. Güler kanlarımız sonra helaklıdır. Arka tapa milletimin istiklal. UK, you are paid! UK, you are paid! Bin Laden on his way! Bin Laden on his way! After Fajr prayer early in the morning, and they take them to the police station.
Now Tony Blair has been warned. Pull your troops out of Afghanistan. Pull your troops out of Iraq. And if you do not pull your troops out, you will get bloodshed on the streets of London. This is the press release of MCB.
Anyone who cooperates with the Muslim Council of Britain to cooperate with the police to arrest their fellow Muslims is committing an act of apostasy.
No. Bring it. Why did you go to Pakistan, yeah? Bring it them back.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I mean, it doesn't serve any purpose. These guys don't represent me. They probably don't represent most Muslims in this country. And they do a disservice not only to, you know, living here in the UK, but they do a major disservice to Muslims.
Rumesa and Chowdhury both live in East London, which is home to one of the largest Muslim populations in the UK. In one part of town, Rumesa and his associates have set up so-called Sharia patrols to go out and discourage behavior that they deem un-Islamic. On this night, they stopped to talk to a couple of non-Muslim men who were in a park drinking beer, which is forbidden under Islam.
So we're just reminding the community about staying safe. And in this area, there's a lot of gambling that goes on, a lot of alcohol drinking, and it leads to a lot of problems. So we advise you, and we advise anyone you see, to stay away from these things.
Get the prostitutes off our streets!
But the patrols are not always so friendly. Online clips give a very different picture. A woman in a short skirt is abused.
Vigilante. Not just like that in Muslim area.
We don't care if you're appalled at all.
Muslim patrols.
It's Great Britain.
These people don't care. It's not so Great Britain. You need to get out of it.
A man the patrol thinks is gay is insulted.
Get out of here quicker then.
You're dirty, mate. You're a gay, mate. Get out of here, mate.
In the night time, it turns into a very ugly place like many of the...
Walking through London with Ramesa, you experience an alternate reality where there is no compromise and all conversations are one-sided.
Ultimately, I want to see every single woman in this country covered from head to toe. I want to see the hand of the thief cut. I want to see adulterers stoned to death. I want to see Sharia law in Europe, and I want to see it in America as well. I believe our patrols are a means to an end.
The only thing I would say is that in America and in the United Kingdom, democracy,
a backwards one,
but it's a system that allows the people to choose what they want and allows people freedom.
So why can't I choose Sharia? When in Rome, overthrow Caesar, implement the Sharia.
In your home, you can do whatever you want.
But what about in the public? Why can't I tell you to cover up? Am I free to say that?
Because it would be outrageous.
So where's my freedom? Where's my freedom?
You can say it to me, but
okay, so cover up. Wear the hijab.
That's absurd.
The thought of Chowdhury's supporters taking the law into their own hands is deeply frightening to most British people. This is a group that believes the West is at war with Islam and that the invasions of Iraq and Afghanistan justify any kind of violence in response. The most shocking example of that logic was the gruesome and very public murder of British soldier Lee Rigby on a London street last year.
We have killed this man today is because Muslims are dying daily by British soldiers.
On that day, the man wielding the knife was a known associate of Chowdhury. Chowdhury has refused to condemn Rigby's murder, nor will he criticize ISIS for the beheading of American journalist James Foley and other Western hostages.
You know, I don't know the details about James Foley.
I know the details. Let me educate you, because he was a friend of mine.
I'm afraid. Sorry, I don't believe you.
You don't believe me that James Foley was a journalist?
I don't believe any Western journalist, quite frankly. I believe you're liars until proven otherwise. But let me tell you something. The perspective of the Muslims of journalists, whether that be James Foley and others, is that they are the propaganda for the Western regime.
Have you formed an opinion for yourself?
I form my opinion on the basis of what the Muslims say, not on the basis of what you say.
I'm sensing a double standard here, because essentially you're very quick to condemn acts of violence by the West, but you refuse to condemn any act of violence by your fellow Muslims.
No, I believe that there's a difference between the oppressed and oppressed.
Run, you fucking cowards! Run! Look! Run! Run! Yeah. Bad boy! Bad boy! Bad boy! Run, run, run! This is the best of luck! Is this how you're going to control this crowd? You're joking! What's that? Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Oh, shut your mouth, you shit, fucking prick! This side! This way, guys! Allahu Akbar! This way! Look at the children! Just follow the police! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Free, free, Palestine! 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 Get the camera. Palestine! Free! Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine! Free! 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 Allah! Run! Run! Run, you cowards! Run, you cowards! Kuffar! Run, you kuff! Run, you kuff! Allahu Akbar! MashaAllah! MashaAllah! Mar! Put it out!
We don't need this right now.
Don't give everyone a bad name!
Please read this about we don't need this right.
We don't need bad publicity! We don't need bad publicity! They're not brothers. Do you think we know these guys? They're gonna get it. Yeah, I know. PC, come on, don't worry about it. Go with the camera, watch it. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Allahu Akbar! Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free! Fucking cowards! Cowards! You coming back, you cowards! Cowards! You bananas! Free! Yeah! Free! Salam! Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, brother. Calm down. Keep back. Go back, man. Run for your life. Run, you swine. Down, brother. Keep going. Free Palestine! Chip, chop, sharp. Up. Slow it down. Alright, leave him alone. Wait. Come on, let's have a fucking war. Watch this one. None of that coming, this swine. I've got your camera. I'm watching you, boy. Run! You shouldn't be in front. Go in the back. You know what he's doing? Allah di kasam I'm with you, bro. Mind these two, the girls. Fall back. Keep it back. Huh? Take it easy. Yeah, of course.
Props on swing, shining armors piercing the ring. Horses run with a polished shield, fight those bastards till they yield.
Лицо вниз!
Лежать! Лёх! Телефон давай.
Нет.
Ничего себе.